And we are back with another Black with No Cream podcast. New episode every single Wednesday and Sunday. I am your host, Ben Haggerty, aka Ben Real Verse World. This is episode 38. And today our special guest is rapper Denzel Curry's personal photographer, videographer, my boy Hendrik. Hendrik is based out of Berlin, Germany, and happens to be in LA for Denzel's current world tour, performing in LA. I got to talk to him about his story coming up as an event photographer, videographer, how he was started in music in general, and how he started getting his first push into working with some of the biggest mainstream artists, especially American artists. If this is your first time tuning into the podcast, you're probably wondering, what does Black with No Cream stand for? Black with No Cream is a private content creator group fueled by caffeine, or at least I take my coffee black with no cream, but you can drink or not drink whatever kind of caffeine you fuck with and still be a part of our community. We are a private group on Facebook open to creators of all kinds, aka if you make videos, if you're a photographer, if you do marketing, management, editing, dancing, etc., 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 all creators are welcome. This is a community of people trying to figure it out, empowered by a lot of people who have figured it out. Kind of. Our private group has been growing rapidly. We have a shit ton of members working together by sharing content. They're asking for feedback, passing tips and tricks along to one another with the goal of becoming the best motherfucking content creators on earth. And you can join our group if you want to by going to bwnc.com/join. We would love to fucking have you. Please join. All right, that's it. Enjoy the work week. Keep creating. Make sure to tune in every Wednesday and Sunday for a new Black with No Cream episode. And without further ado, I bring to you my interview with Hendrik in the most epic podcast intro ever created right motherfucking now. And disclaimer again, if you're watching this on YouTube, I wanted to create a cool intro video that plays over this cool audio that I have, but I still have yet to do that. So for now, it's just going to be a video of me and Hendrik just staring at the camera. So...
Attention.
If you stop this podcast recording at any time, you will die.
I don't want to die.
Do you want to live?
Yeah.
You have 24 hours to share this podcast with 5 people or you will die.
I'm kidding, you won't die. You're just weak shit for not sharing.
And the winner of the best motherfucking podcast goes to...
Black with No Cream.
What do you think?
It's so fucking dumb and so fucking Ben Haggerty.
I knew you would say that.
And we are back.
Yo, that shit is funny as fuck.
It's a good way to cover up the fact that I just don't have time to create intro videos, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So that was the way to solve that. But yeah, that's a good way to do it. And we're back with another Black with No Cream podcast.
You heard? Hey.
Today we got, let me think. I don't think I've had any guests. I did have Jake, who was from Australia. But I don't think I've ever had any other guest that hasn't been from America, maybe? I don't know. You're the first one, maybe.
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Hendrik, he's from Berlin.
What up?
You currently based out of Berlin, right?
Yeah,
right.
But I'm from a small hometown near France.
Near France?
Yeah.
What's
it's like it's like complicated. Got like weird ass like letters in the name.
So
it's like the U's with like 2 points.
Yeah, say it. How do you pronounce it?
So I'm from Saarbrücken.
Okay.
So
Saarbrücken.
Yeah.
Swag.
And yeah, that's where I grew up. And then I moved to Berlin when I turned 18.
Okay, where?
And started working.
Right.
Get some money.
Yeah,
you know?
Get that money.
Right.
So we met. Our story is funny, but first off, let's just kind of talk about. Can you just tell people who are listening, like, what you do for a living? I make sure everyone knows in the intro before we start this. But
so I'm a photographer, videographer. I work with artists. You know, I work in the music industry. I shoot like music videos. I go on tour with artists. Right now I work with Denzel Curry as his like main guy.
Yeah, so you've been out with him. You guys just finished or are finishing the U.S. leg of the tour?
Right, U.S. Canada.
U.S. Canada?
Finished yesterday.
Yeah,
right.
So I basically caught him right now. He flies back to Berlin tomorrow.
Right.
And so he gave me 1 day window basically to try to knock this bitch out. We're getting the podcast in.
Yeah.
That's crazy though. But then you guys just finished U.S. Canada. You're gonna go and do Europe.
Europe.
And then Australia.
Then Australia. And Australia's gonna be like a festival run. So we are pretty much on tour with a festival. So it's like always like the same artist.
Right.
You know, same as like Vans Warped.
Sure.
So and that's what we do like for, I don't know, like 2 weeks or 3 weeks across Australia.
That'll be a fucking fun time.
Yeah.
Australia's the shit.
Yeah. Especially because like you get like the same artists on the festival, so you get to know other people, you know, you can meet like other people, also like other photographers or whatever.
Fuck yeah.
Like creative.
Do you know
people.
who's or playing?
I don't know right now. It's just a bunch of people. I think it's like 10 artists or something, 10 or like up to like 15.
Is Denzel like one of the main American artists that's performing?
I guess. I'm not sure how it's.
Yeah.
How the lineup.
It don't matter.
Yeah.
You gonna be there anyway.
I just want to go to Australia, bro.
Dude, it's fucking tight.
Yeah.
You gotta go see some kangaroos and shit.
Yeah. But also like I'm a little bit scared about like of like snakes and all that shit. Spiders like in your room or whatever, like some small ass like spiders.
I don't think it's like that there. Like unless you guys are staying at hotels and shit.
Yeah, probably. Or like on the bus. I don't know.
You're not.
Probably like nah, I don't know. I think like we probably fly like to every
you
festival
fly
because it doesn't make sense. We're not a big team this time.
It doesn't even matter. I think Australia is so big and the cities are so spaced out. Like you fly everywhere. Yeah. That actually, you should try to, when you get to that part, pack light, bro.
I know. I already know.
I hate it. Like if you don't have a bus to keep your shit and you have to carry camera bags and all that stuff. Oh my God.
No, I'm gonna just bring my camera back and then usually you always pack like too much. That's what I figured like this tour. Mm-hmm. Because all you need is like, I don't know, fresh like underwear, socks, like tons of it, and then like 2 pants, maybe a short 4 to 5 shirts, a hoodie, and a jacket. That's it. That's all you literally need.
But when you are packing for a tour, you're like, man, I'm gonna be gone from home for like months. I need this hoodie.
That's and then you're like, we might go like out or whatever, and you wanna style and like and all that shit. You know? So you pack extra.
It's like a love-hate thing with touring because it's like you really do the best thing you could ever do is bring nothing, like as close to nothing as possible because you just literally lug that shit in back and forth every day. Yeah, I tried to do that on Q's tour. I had like 2 suitcases almost. Damn. One was half of it is because I had to put camera shit in one of them, but I still packed more. And never wore any of that shit. Like
it's the same for me, bro. It's just like I wear like 2 pants, jeans, whatever. Swim short, that's it. And then always like the same shirts.
You start getting merch.
Yeah, right. It's like, yo, I need that hoodie right now. It's like, all right, cool.
Yeah, exactly.
And all that stuff. And then
you never change. It's like
and then if you need something, you just can buy it.
Right.
You don't have to spend money on tour.
Exactly.
Because like you get buyout or whatever.
Right.
So you always have like you get paid, so you can spend that money on other stuff, whatever.
So is this your first? How many tours have you done?
So this is the second US tour I've done. So the first one got canceled due to sickness of A$AP Ferg. So we went on tour with A$AP Ferg earlier this year.
You and Denzel.
Yeah, right. And then the tour got canceled like after 2 weeks because Ferg got sick or something. I don't even know, like if whatever. Yeah. But and after the tour, I went back to LA with Denzel.
For a month, you stayed in LA.
Yeah.
Had you toured prior to that? Have you ever toured in Europe and shit like that?
Yeah.
With
I was on tour. That's actually when we met. Like I don't know, like two years ago. Yeah, 2 years ago. I think 2 years ago.
2
right?
years ago.
When I was on this on this Europe tour with this artist called Futuristic.
Yeah.
You know Jordan Woozy?
Yeah.
Yeah. He was working with. Yeah. He was working with him though, and also
was he there?
No.
Oh, I was about
he wasn't
to
there.
trip.
No, he was. I think he was already working with MJK. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
And yeah, I was on a couple days with them.
So, because I remember you were hitting me up like, "Yo, I'm out here with Futuristic, blah blah blah. I'm at this show," and I was there with Q, and it was like this weird fucking festival thing. It was like the weirdest
this
festival.
Indoor kind of thing.
Yeah, it was an indoor festival where they set up like 2 stages, and you would just go back to back like
Sound Clash.
Yeah,
like,
they would just do it. Same thing, Warped Tour, all that shit. It's like bang, bang, bang.
Yeah.
And we met there, and some of the funniest shit happened that night for us on that tour. Cause like,
for me too, to be honest, like that shit was funny. I was like in the right spot at the right time.
I know, cause you pulled up and he was shooting the show too during Q headlined. Yeah. So it was like Danny Brown was there and shit. He was just fucked up. I think I talked about this on TF's podcast too, cause he's the one that like was him and Danny were like drinking tequila like nonstop, and then Danny goes to do this stage dive and just fucks himself up.
Yo, that shit was funny as fuck.
It was like too far of a gap.
Yeah, it was way too far.
He shouldn't have done it.
No. I already knew like when he was like started like running or whatever. I don't even know what he was trying to do.
No.
But like I was like, yo, this is not gonna happen. This is like, whoa.
He really did. He tried to do this jump, but it was like really, I'm already too faded to do it. But in my head, I think I can do it.
Yeah, it's like I don't know what's going on. Like
superhero.
It's like, yeah, superhero.
But he hit the front of the gate. And like, I swear to God, it made him pass out. And then he was like getting crowd surfed, but like his lifeless body, head face down, getting crowd surfed. And all of us were like, "Oh my God!" Like
that was so funny.
It. Yeah, that shit was crazy.
Right, that's when we met the first time.
Mm-hmm. And then we reconnected. Was that the next time?
On Q's tour.
Where?
When you guys were in Berlin. Remember like this smallest like show thing in the basement under like the sneakers
store? We got back. Oh yeah, damn, I forgot about that. That was crazy.
That's when we saw each other again.
And then when I was out there with Beyonce and Jay,
right,
you took me and Dave all over the place, and we had some of the most fire food. What was that spot? We just talked
it's like a Turkish it's a Turkish barbecue kind of spot.
What's the name?
Do
you know?
Duyum. Shout out Duyum.
Oh my God, that shit. Everyone go. That shit. Because you took me there, you took Denzel there.
I took Underachievers there. Yeah. And they took me on tour after like...
He said that.
Yeah, it's so funny.
He said they liked the food so much that they took him on tour.
Yeah, it's like... It was literally like that.
Wow.
I was shooting for Splash Mag, the magazine for like the Splash Festival, like this hip-hop festival in Germany. And like, I was doing like a day in the life kind of story. And then they were like hungry, and I was like, "Yo, I know a spot though. Let's go."
You were shooting them for
for the magazine though, and we've been hanging out. And then we went to this food place, and it was like they were like, "Yo, that shit is so fire. I need like another one, just like to have it to go like for travel, whatever." And then like I was like about to dip, and they were like, "Yo, what you gonna do like the next couple of days?" And I was like, "I don't know, nothing. What's up?" And it's like, "Yo, how far is it to your home? Like, can you can you get a backpack or whatever like with your stuff, and then just come on tour with us?" It's like, I can do that.
What the fuck?
So yeah, then I went on a couple dates with them.
That's pretty dope. That's so random. The food plug got you on the tour.
Yeah.
That shit was amazing, though. I've never had some shit like that where I was very skeptical. I'm like, man.
Yeah, you never know because it doesn't look like official. It's like it's like a random spot, like a small Turkish barbecue spot, whatever.
He walks in, he orders all the shit for us. Yeah. Boom, boom. We get the food. Oh my God, crazy. And while we were there, Andrew, who is also a photographer on BJ's tour, he like was walking up with one of his friends who he's just like, "Oh, you guys know this spot?" We're like, "What?" Yeah, fuck?
Which is even crazier that he knows this spot because like even
out of
like
all the places,
because like even friends of mine from Berlin, they don't know about the spot.
That's crazy.
They're like, "Yo, what is this spot?"
Yeah, he was always on the hunt for that fire food. But that's crazy. But yeah, we went around, shot some shit in the city, went out that night, fucking the craziest shit. We went to like this is really.
We went like we went like to a club because like
who was the event for? It was like
High Snobiety doing something, whatever. And I hit up a friend who's working for High Snobiety, and she's like, "Yeah, sure, your guy's on the list. Whatever, just slide through." So we went there for like an hour, 1.5 hours. We came pretty late, right? So
and we brought everyone, like a bunch of dancers and people, like band members and shit.
Mad people. Yeah. And then I think we went to this techno club, like this basement kind of weird ass like club, with like
it was like the funniest shit. Like this place was like. It's like it felt like we were in this massive mall that had been shut down for 100 years.
You know what's like a funny fact is so they shot in this building. They shot what's it called? Fuck. Wait,
a movie?
Let me. Yeah, a movie. It was the headquarter of fuck. What is it? Damn,
He's trying to look it up.
Yeah, I need to figure out.
It was it was literally so creepy the way the setup was because it was like multiple floors to this club, and then you go downstairs and there's this grimy basement that's just like the walls are wet on the cement, and there's a DJ in a cage. He's like in a cage, and he's like just DJing. It's nothing. There's no lights except for strobe lights, and it was just like. Just strobing off, and everyone's just like dancing, and we're all out in the middle of this thing, like
doing like weird, like
weirdos
stuff, like
Yeah, just doing our dance moves, like all funny as fuck.
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
like
I
you
remember
couldn't
that.
like see shit, and it was just so wild because it was just nonstop. And these people were
Right.
like, "Yeah, let's go till like 4," and then it quit at 4, and we went to this other house. It was like this random house that turned into a bar, and there was like a weird bathroom downstairs. I went downstairs,
Right.
and like eventually we dipped out. We all end up splitting up.
Yeah,
It
it's
was,
just
in the
like,
morning.
yeah.
6 or 7. We had to go.
Yeah, something like that.
God damn.
Yo, that was a long night, though.
That was a
to be
really
honest.
long night.
Haven't been outside for such a long time, for a long time, actually. Like,
Yeah.
usually it's just like, I just come through for like an hour, check
Right,
out
right.
what's good or whatever.
No, we kept you around.
Yeah.
We're like, this shit's funny.
That shit was funny.
This shit is
But
funny.
yeah, like in the...
Everyone's sitting here like, no one gives a fuck about what you guys had, your fun you had together. We want the tips. Give us the tips.
yeah.
No, but that's cool because I like literally I think I was talking to Dave about it. I'm like, yo, I'm gonna have him on the podcast, and he's right away. He goes, the boy. Like you became the plug, which is what blows my mind. Is that you're on, like you're touring with an American artist,
Right.
and you're his photo videographer,
Right.
Which is kind of funny because it's like someone from Berlin beat out all American video photo options as far as like being his go-to guy,
Yeah.
and you secured the bag.
Yeah.
How the fuck did you do that shit?
Well, like all that stuff happened. Wait, let me go way back. How all that
Yeah,
shit
how'd you guys
started.
meet and how'd you
So,
secure this?
First of all, like all that stuff happened because like my best friend started DJing, right?
Okay.
And I wasn't taking photos at that time. It was like 4 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
I was working in a for like a fashion company as like a visual merchandiser, and I had to travel a lot because I was like visiting like stores, helping them out, like how to present the store, whatever. So I was like, yo, I'm gonna buy myself like a camera because since I'm traveling, I need to do some photos from like
Right.
different cities, whatever. And then so eventually my best friend started DJing, and he's like, yo, just pull up with the camera, do some photos, whatever. I'm gonna do this party thing. I was like, yeah, sure, I'm coming through.
But he didn't. You weren't like already known as a photographer.
No. That's how all that stuff like started.
Just
right?
because of this moment.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I was at this party, and I just shot like photos, just like raw, not even like like the typical party photos, like hey, or like party photographers like being like, hey, can I do a photo of you or whatever. I was like, I don't give a fuck how messed up you are. I just shoot. So they came out like so raw, like crazy raw, and then like that's when like Splash Mag reached out to me like after like a couple like
Yeah.
events or whatever, and they reached out.
How were you marketing yourself though? Like, how did they find
Just
your
like
shit?
Instagram,
Really?
and also like because like the scene like it's pretty small in Berlin. So my best friend, he's connected. Like he was already connected like to people working in the industry, people
Right.
working at Splash Mag or whatever. He knows a bunch of people. He knows producers, other DJs. He knows artists too, right? So he was trying to get me into all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, and then like Splash Mag reached out, and they was like, yeah, well, you want to shoot some shows for us? I was like, yeah, sure, but I'm actually just more interested in like US artists. So,
Like this is the conversation that happened with that magazine.
yeah, right.
But
so
what were they asked? They were asking you just to shoot Berlin artists.
yeah, no. They were like, yo, you want to shoot for us? Like like shows, whatever. And they do like they have like. So they have a booking agency, right, which is called like Melt Booking.
Okay.
And Splash Mag and Melt and all that stuff like belongs to Melt Booking, whatever. And they do like all types of like shows, And then they asked me to shoot like just like hip hop shows because it's a hip hop magazine.
Yeah.
And they do like German stuff too and all that stuff, but I was like not into it. So I was like, yeah, I just want to shoot like US artists or at least like UK artists, like. And they were like, yeah, no, we totally fine with that. That's cool. And then they put me on the list every time there was a show.
So
I was
anytime
like,
someone pulled up that.
yeah, I was like, yo, can you put me on the list? So I want to shoot the show for you guys. And that's actually how also like this stuff happened with Underachievers. Like I saw they're gonna play in Berlin, so I hit them up like, yo, so what if we do like a day in the life kind of story for the magazine, right? So to do something else, not just like
Shoot
the show and then like, all right, cool.
Yeah.
So, and they were like, yo, that's actually pretty tight. So they reached out to the management and to Jonathan Azer, who's their tour manager, or was their like tour manager that day or that time. And they were like totally fine with it. They were like, yeah, sure, just come through, hang out with us and just shoot. So
Had the magazine been doing anything like that before or no?
no.
That's pretty dope.
No. So I've done that, and then I started working with them a little bit more, and then because I was traveling with them, because I was on tour with them, and Denzel and Underachievers, they have the same booking agent.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I reached out to him through like the tour manager, Jonathan, right? And he linked me literally like with a booking agent. And
okay, wait, hold up. So you realize that Underachievers have the same booking agent as Denzel,
right?
And you were immediately interested, like you wanted to work with Denzel.
Yeah.
So you were just like, yo, can
at
you
least
hook
like
me up?
shooting the show, because I knew he's coming to Berlin like a couple weeks like later or whatever, right?
I got you.
So I was like, hey, so I was on tour, blah blah blah. Or Jonathan was like, yo, this is our guy from Germany, and he wants to shoot like the Denzel Curry show or whatever. And he's like, yeah, sure. I'm gonna link you with his tour manager, which is Mark, and is still like his tour manager, and he was like, yeah, just come through, bro. Just chill with us. It's totally fine, whatever. So I went to the show, and that was like February 2016.
Okay.
That's when I shot with Denzel, like the first time, like the first Denzel show. And then every other time he was in Berlin, I was shooting with him.
You'd pull up and just hit him up?
Yeah, right.
So what, did you start developing like a relationship with him, or how did you
kind of, but
working?
like, so I was still like, I still hadn't like didn't have like the relationship we have right now,
right?
But I was always hit up like his manager, like, yo, I saw you guys coming to Berlin, I'm gonna come through, whatever. And it's like, yeah, sure, bro, just come through. Right. So and then at one point, it was November last year, he was on his Europe tour with his mixtape 13, I guess, yeah. And I pulled up to the show with a friend, and my friend was actually filming the show, and I was just like doing photos. Right. But I did the edit, and then I was in Dubai actually. Like I went to Dubai with Puma, and then that's when Mark hit me up like, yo, we're going on tour with A$AP Ferg on the US tour, and Denzel wants you to be on the tour and shoot and all that stuff.
But you're in Dubai when they're hitting you up about this?
Yeah, but I was just there for like a couple of days.
Okay. Did that have anything to do with why they hit you up? Or
No. I was like, no.
Flexing?
Yeah, no. So it's like, I was there. I was on like, I was working, and just like, I don't know. I was just there and like didn't expect anything. Yeah, I didn't expect anything at all. Like so they were like, yo, the video's fire. Send us the video. We're gonna post it. Whatever. I was like, yeah, that's cool. That's dope. I fuck with that. And then I didn't expect anything at all. I was like,
you just did
out there, like cool. Just doing like working, and then Mark just like shot me an email, like just randomly, like not even like, well, maybe there's something happening. It's just like, I just got this email like, yo, we're going on tour with A$AP Ferg. You want to be on that one? It's like, yo, that's crazy.
That is crazy.
That's crazy.
And I feel like, do you think that has anything to do? Because what you said was cool. I love this point that you said that obviously you and him, Denzel, are like building a relationship now. Like, you guys are friends and shit. Yeah. But like at the time, he's a homie, whatever. Like, you know what I mean?
We know each other, but it's not like, we hang out like or whatever.
You're not living with each other for months on end. But the key, I think, is how you develop this relationship with the manager, right? Yeah. Which I think a lot of people don't understand that's like
it's always like that. If like the people around the artist don't like you, the artist like, the artist doesn't like you either.
Or they're gonna like hinder the artist from
or gonna be like, we don't fuck with him. I don't know. I'm not sure about him.
Just make up some shit. Whatever. It don't matter.
Right. So you gotta make sure that like everybody like in the team likes you first.
So what do you think that you were doing? And how were you interacting with the team at the time? I like to like. When I do these interviews, it's like cool for me to try to pull out stuff that I could relay to the Black with No Cream community.
Yeah, so like, they can learn like how to.
Absolutely. Yeah. So to me, it's so key to build relationships with the team, to build relationships with anyone that's around the artist. It doesn't matter. Like some people just think if I can just become the best friend of that artist, like I'll be able to work.
Yeah, they. I think like they put too much pressure on that thing. They want it too bad. So it fucks up like your character because you switch your character once you like near the artist because you want to be someone so bad so the artist likes you, right? And then once he likes you and you feel like comfortable, you switch your character again, and that's when when it gets like complicated, I guess.
Yeah.
You know? Because then it's like, wait a minute. So actually you're a different person.
Right.
So, so I was just like how I am. Like, I just don't care like about the artist like itself. I just care about like the person. Like if I don't like even, if I wouldn't have liked Denzel, I wouldn't have started working with him.
Right.
I don't do it just because to work with him and have like this name on my list.
Yeah.
Because like once you start working with an artist and you just work with him because of the name, then it's like really work. It's like, and you fuck up like just your work. It's just like not good.
Right.
Because, like it has to be like natural, like all the stuff, like, and you want to like portray like the artist in a way people don't get to see him. So.
No, yeah, I definitely agree with that. What do you think were some of the key, like, what were some of the things that you were doing, or how would you talk to, or what did you try to ever, like, you took us out in Berlin and stuff. Like, when they came through, you obviously did the same thing. Is there anything else that you would do to try to, like, befriend the manager in a proper way that wasn't, like, over the top exhausting, like, didn't bother the, you know what I mean? Like, the problem is some people don't want to bother people, and some people fucking bother the shit out of people.
Yeah, no, I was just shooting him a text like, yo, so I saw you guys out in Berlin. If you need someone who's like, from the city, shows you guys around or whatever, just hit me up. Other than that, I'll be at the show anyway. Maybe we could catch up like after the show.
Right.
That's it. That's all I say. Like, it's not like, yo, and I'm not overdoing it. I just like shoot an email like, hey, or like a text, whatever,
Yeah.
So, and like, yo, what's up? You guys coming to Berlin? I saw that, if you need someone, just let me know.
So then the tour with Ferg ends up canceling because he was sick or whatever. And so there was no tour, but you were already in the US?
Yeah, I was already in there.
Did you guys do any shows? Or?
Yeah, we did like shows for 2 weeks.
So he had been playing for 2 weeks.
Yeah. So like we were on the road for like 2 weeks, and then we get up to, I think, Portland. And that's when our tour manager came into the room. Was like, yo, so the tour is canceled. And we were like, we thought it's gonna be like a joke,
Yeah,
because like we had like 2 sold out shows. Like we had like Portland and Seattle like solo shows. So we like, why would they cancel a tour? And then it's like, yeah, no, it's not a joke. It's actually fact.
Damn. Hey,
So,
man, when you get sick, you get sick.
Yeah.
Fuck it. But so that ends up canceling, but you guys go to LA, and in LA.
Right. So actually Denzel invited me to LA.
After it canceled?
Yeah. So,
why?
So because, I came up with the idea like, hey, you know what? Since we don't do the whole like tour, and I already got like all the footage, and I still, I have my flight back is like in April, or like, I think, end of April.
Like a couple of weeks or something?
Yeah, like so I got like a month and a couple of weeks or whatever. I was like, yo, I still got time though. And he was like, you know what, just come back to LA with me. And then just like live with me. And then we shoot like every day and start doing like a documentary or whatever.
Right.
Just shoot footage and collect like stuff. So I was in LA for like a month and a half or something like that. And working with him pretty much every day.
Has anything come from that yet?
Not yet.
But
it's like we're still collecting. So right now I'm a edit like a little like trailer kind of thing. But the thing is like, I don't know if it's if I put it out like next year, or if it's gonna be like a 5-year like.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean,
thing.
You're there at the beginning.
Like, I'm like pretty much like when he started like really popping, that's when I hopped in. Like I think like the Ferg tour got him like on a different level, and like especially like last year or like last year was like the time like when people like recognized him or noticed him like way more.
Right.
So when I hopped in, so I started documenting like, I went into the studio with him when he was like recording a bunch of stuff for Taboo and all that stuff.
Which is out now.
Which is out now.
Not a fan or haven't heard of him.
Yeah.
Which is cool because I was trying to remember because you invited. So they just played in LA like 5 days ago.
Yeah, I think it was
last week.
Friday. I think Friday.
Yeah, Friday.
Sure, yeah.
I don't know what today is. The 30th. But
yeah.
Anyway, whatever. Do
Tour life.
Look if you care. Look, tour life and creative life. You invited me to the show, which was dope. So I got to pop through.
Right.
And I've only seen Denzel perform once, which was at the beginning of Q's tour. Joey Badass was opening for us, and he brought him out during the show, and he played maybe one song. I don't know.
just like, you know, be there. And,
yeah. And I think I might have even photographed it because it was like the first time. Maybe it was our first show on the tour, and I think maybe it was our first show with Joey, and it was cool because I was like, oh shoot, I'm gonna shoot Joey, and so I was just shooting Joey, and then maybe Denzel. I should look in the archives. That's kind of tight.
Maybe you got something.
Might. Who knows? But he was there. And it was cool because everyone was going bananas for him, and I didn't know who he was then. And then I hadn't really paid attention to him. You know the name, and you know like, what he
but
does.
you don't.
I hadn't listened to the music. I never
you.
have time to listen to music anyway. But you brought me to the show, and it was fucking dope because we were all backstage, and he was like genuinely very, very nice. Like just how he came up and approached me was like super cool. And when we went on stage, it was funny because it was like a little mob of people, and we all like walked back there. And then he was just like, "Yo!" Like to whoever was behind us, like they had the door open to this like dark area. He's like, "Shut the door! It's gonna kill the vibe." And he's just sitting there happy though, like ready to go out, and you can hear the fans are like screaming like Denzel Curry, and they're screaming like a baseball game. Which I didn't even know the Dodgers were going into like they're breaking a fucking record for the most innings, extra innings in this game. Anyway. He goes out on stage and it's sick, but I was sitting backstage and I didn't want to. You went out and shot, and I was just like, I don't like being the fucking backstage fucking.
No, I feel
crowd. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I feel.
The show's not designed for that.
Yeah,
like,
no, definitely not.
Especially if these are the most important people that are coming to like hang out with their boy or whatever, and then they sit there and watch this show at like in a shitty.
Yeah, you can because like you can only see the show like from one side,
and you can't even hear it right. Like, you're not
because like you gotta understand. The sound on the stage is way different from the sound in front of the stage or like to the crowd.
It's not meant for that. It's meant to like for him to hear enough and for the crowd to just for it to bang. So I immediately went out to the front, and it was cool because I got to stand in the back and I'm like watching people react, and just the way he put the show together was so cool. Like I loved like from a creative aspect, I would love to talk to him about how he approached that shit. Do you know how he approached like what? I don't know how much you were involved prior to the tour starting. Were you there for rehearsals?
Yeah, but just like for a night. So I came like a night before we went on tour.
Oh, okay, yeah. Because just the way the show he started in, it's an acts, and the way they did it was just like a theatrical performance, and it was really cool. But the show was just cracking, so I had a blast. But you were up there getting some fucking banger content. I'm guessing.
Yeah.
What do you do when you shoot shows? What's like your go-to like night at a concert? How do you approach shooting it?
I don't know. I just do what I feel.
Because you're doing photo and video.
Right. So, you know, when you're on tour with an artist, you know, like after a couple like dates, what he's doing at a certain time, or like doing like a certain like song. So you know, like okay, I need that shot because like when every time I shoot, I already put something together in my head, so I know how the edit is gonna be like. Right. So I'm like, okay, so I shot this, and to make it like a dope ass like transition, I need to shoot this. Mm-hmm. So that's how that's pretty much like how I shoot. Like
you're almost thinking of the edit.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So you know, sometimes so like the end of the set is like so like act 3 is pretty wild, you know, so that's when I can go like pretty crazy with other stuff, and then prior to that I just shoot like very like documentary, like, you know, so I can use that footage for, you know, documentary, you know, or whatever I'm trying to do. So yeah, that's how I do it.
I think that's an interesting concept, is like the different types of filming specifically when you're shooting. Yeah. Like you just said, shooting documentary is one thing, and then shooting in like a cinematic way is another, and then shooting in like
just like live show stuff, content.
Like to have it, like people need that point of view. Right. Well, you're shooting on GH5.
Right.
How do you like it?
So good. It's so dope, bro. Because like, you know, I don't need a Ronin. Yeah. So I got like a 5-axis stabilization, like internal. So it's just like I just hold it like this, and it's like fucking like even.
Super groovy. Yeah. Do you like? Have you tried? Have you shot on a stabilizer?
I did, but I don't know. Like it's just like too heavy, and you can't move around. And then like if you need something else, you just have to get rid of it. You know, like Swap so it's just like it's just like too. I think like if you work, with, I don't know, like if you're on tour and you work with like a Ronin, you need definitely like 2 cameras. So we got like one like handheld and one on a Ronin, so you can always be like ready to go, you know, and switch like the whole time. But it's like if you like feel like, oh shit, I should shoot this like handheld, and you're on a Ronin, it's like fuck, you missed the shot.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, so that's why I don't need a Ronin, or I don't shoot on a Ronin, because I don't need it.
I shot when I was doing Q's tour. almost had that set up where I was like, okay, cool, I could put my A7S on the Ronin, and then I'll have my 5D for photos. But then I didn't want to shoot with the 5D for video, so I'd have to take it off
because
that
like
shit.
the quality is different.
Yeah.
It'd
be like 2 times where I basically put it on, run it for like 2 songs, and then go back and swap to handheld.
Yeah.
But now with the Ronin S, like
I saw.
me and Dave
I saw that stuff.
It.
That shit is crazy.
Yo, it's dope.
Especially if you put it like on a stick and like.
That's how I
be like up there and all that shit. Yeah,
the Beyonce tour with the stick.
That shit was crazy. Like all the GIFs you guys did.
Yeah, that shit was fun,
bro. You inspired like so many people with that. Like so many people like, yo, I need to do that shit too. It's so dope.
I've seen a lot of people start doing it, which is cool. It's like, yo, it really is it's like a cheat code. I was just talking to someone about this the other day. I don't remember who I was talking to, but we were talking about how it's like the cheat code to getting like quick content out.
Right.
You know what I mean?
No, for sure.
It's still complicated, but it took us a long time, but like
once you figured it out,
you can kind of like, all right, cool, boom. These are little like micro moments. It's just like an enhanced video. But I think having the Ronin was cool because it was like a little bit easier to utilize, like where I could still do some shit I couldn't do handheld. And I think even with the Sony, it's like got the same thing with the stabilization, but it's like there's just some tricks I couldn't do unless I had that, or I was able to get by using that with a monopod, which I was like, oh fuck, like that's a whole nother look that you know what I mean? But I see, you know what else is funny to watch? It's funny for me to watch you work like during the show because I'm sitting
instead
there,
of like working yourself, like being like behind the camera and like you know.
But I know how I know like when I'm shooting, like damn, I probably look dumb. You know what I mean? Doing something.
I feel that that's why like I don't know. I
watch you and I'm like, yo, we for sure look dumb when we shoot shit because you be sitting there like I know exactly what you're doing. You're like. Denzel, I remember you were standing by a speaker. Denzel would run over to you, and he'd be performing right there, and you would just shoot it like a music video. And you're just yeah. And I know
shit looks
exactly.
So stupid, and people see you. You feel like because you're like behind the camera, you feel like nobody sees you, but everyone
sees you.
Yeah,
because you become the boy, and everyone's like, "Yo, that's the shooter." Blah blah blah. And when you do shit, then they start knowing. Like once they see the footage, or become fans of like the edits and shit. They're like, "Oh, he's doing the thing. Like he's doing the thing." Like I remember like seeing like Gibson Hazard would be like, we're at Jeezy show, and I just see Gibson like do a little like pass behind him. I'm like, I know exactly what he's doing. You know what I mean? You know exactly what he's doing. But like when people don't know, you're just sitting there seeing you like take the camera, you're like shaking it around and like,
and people are like, yo, what is he doing?
What's wrong with him? Like,
why is he like doing that shit? I know. Like people ask me like, yo, how you do like those crazy ass like transitions? They look like so seamless.
Right.
And it was like.
Shake the fuck out of it.
Shake the fuck out of it. Maybe shake and zoom in, zoom out, and all that shit. I was like, I was starting like weird shit. I have like a hand grip, which I stopped using like the past couple of dates. But I have like a hand grip, and Denzel does like a martial arts kind of move on the stage at one point. Like he's spinning like I don't know like what it's called. Shit. Yeah, he does like some karate kind of whatever shit, and so he literally spins like that on stage. So at one point I was like, he's about to do it. So I had my camera like this and I did this.
A full yank?
Yeah, like a 360 with a camera, and I ended up like this and I was like, oh shit.
Yeah, you get tight. That's why you need the Ronin S, bro.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, you can just do it with the
360. Ooh.
Yeah, I need that one. I actually want to try it though.
You know what's funny? Dave and I were trying to do with one of these dad cams that we have. I was sitting there and I was like, Dave, stand there. And I took the camera, this was before I had the Ronin, and I just like tossed it and spun it, and I was just like, maybe I'll get him, and it'll look cool. And then he did it, and I was like, get one of me, and he did it, and he just fucking missed it, and it dropped and just smashed, and the thing popped open. I was like, fuck.
Damn.
Dave dropped these cameras. You listen to this, Dave. You dropped these cameras more than anyone could ever possibly think about dropping technology. Like this dude.
I guess somebody needs to buy a new one.
He'd be on the scooter like cruising, and this shit would just fall out, and I'm like, yo, what the fuck? Like,
oh my god, that's funny.
We're supposed to make podcasts when we get home.
That's funny.
No, I love the art of capturing concert because it's like it's just so no one can really understand what your vision is in your head, and when you're shooting with the edit in mind, you are going to accomplish so much more than if you're just shooting with just like to shoot. Yeah, like, I'm just shooting raw footage. I'm gonna look through it later. I hate when I get handed people's footage and it's like I have to edit off this shit, but there's no purpose. And having the edit and plan, which by the way, I posted in the community that edit that you did with I think Denzel's recent one. That
the black and white one.
Yeah, the black and white one. Shit.
Yeah.
How much time did that take you to edit a video?
Actually, not too much. I think 4 hours, 5 hours.
That's right. That's right.
Something like that. Because
How
like
do-
that's what I'm saying. Like I already shoot like
With it in mind.
with this in mind, so I know exactly what shot I got.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so I know that's a dope transition. So I need to shoot something where I can continue the edit, which fits into like the stuff I already shot. You know,
Right.
So that's why I'm like, so I know exactly. Oh, okay, so this is this clip, like, and there's this shot in this clip. So I just pick it and I put it together and all that stuff. So and then like move it around.
How do you so like say that clip right there, and hopefully we can put this on top of the video while we're talking about it. But that clip, is that one show? Was that one show recap or a couple shows?
I think it was like 2 or 3 shows.
Two or three shows?
Yeah, so I know like what kind of clip I got and shot, you know, but I put together like from like different shows.
Yeah.
Because it makes more sense. It's not otherwise it's just like too boring.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
diversity.
Like, yeah.
So would you say, start to finish, you get to the venue, you're getting your shit right, whatever, the show goes on, you shoot the show, you get done with the show, dump your media? What's your process for like media managing and like getting the video started?
I shoot like the show and then I just dump the media on the hard drive.
And then
just leave it like that.
Yeah.
And then I go through it like the next day.
Okay, word.
And then just like I create like a new sequence in Premiere. That's what I work with. And just go like through the footage and all the shots. I feel like they're dope.
Yeah.
I just put them in the sequence.
So you're pulling your selects.
My selects, you know, like, and that's when like, you know, I name them. So I know like, okay, so this is like this show, this is this show. So, and I already have like the shots I could use.
Right.
So I'm going like through like the selected shots, whatever. And then I do like an extra sequence with like edit, you know.
Yeah. It helps
and then just
speed
put
up
it
the
together.
process.
Yeah. And also like before I start with the edit, I always check out what kind of song or whatever I'm going to do with the sound.
Right. Super crucial.
Yeah.
Do you try to get the record approved by them first? Like, hey, do you guys care if this is in the edit, or do you just like take your best stab that this song they'll love it when I show them the video?
You know, by now I know what they want.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty much free to do whatever I want to do. But sometimes it's like they're like, yo, we don't like that shot. Maybe you can switch it, and it's easy for me because I already selected like shots. Like, you know, I have like I don't know, like I name like the shots, like, oh, okay, so I got overview from this shot, from this show. I got like the photo pit. I got on stage. I got
you
like
named
crowd.
the clips by that shit? Wow.
Yeah, so I put like the settings kind of thingy marker.
Yeah.
So like I set a marker or whatever, and just name it like overview and put all the overview clips underneath it.
I see you.
So like that, and then you have like the on stage. Then you have like the
Right.
photo pit. Then you have crowd. Then you have like others whatever you've done like on this day or that show.
Yeah,
you know?
that's a cool way to do it.
So I know like, oh shit, like I need a shot from the photo pit.
Right.
So to make it look cool. So
Right.
I just go there like, all right, what do I got from the photo pit? All right, got that.
Yeah.
Put it in. Ready.
And it helps you kind of come up with your shot list for the next city.
Right.
That makes sense. So, photo-wise, are you're turning your photos around the same day of the show? How do you do that?
The next day.
The next day?
Yeah.
So you don't
just
edit
like
until the next day?
Yeah, no.
Damn.
Because like if you start editing, you still like, you know, kind of hyped or whatever. Like I don't know.
Yeah.
And it's always like also like to edit photos, it's just like not a big deal.
Yeah.
Like live shows, especially because I do black and white for the tour. It's not a big deal.
All your photos are black and white for the tour. Okay, cool.
So
yeah,
it's not a big deal. It's done within like, I don't know,
quick
20
passes,
minutes,
like you kind of have your presets.
Yeah, I already created like a own preset. You know, just put it over in that.
I feel like we've been trying to perfect photo management or management of our media and like how we deliver shit, especially on this last tour. But like on Q's tour,
you guys got like crazy,
so much shit, bro. But like the Q's tour was just me, so I do photo video too, and like after the show, I'd be dumping the media and organizing it, and then I would edit all my photos and deliver, like send them to Q, like text it to him, like probably about whatever time. Everyone's probably asleep at that point. But like got the photos out of the way, so then in the morning I wake up and he'd have posted them. And then I start going through a video. I don't think I was pulling selects, but now like if you have the option or the time, or if you're going to be the editor later as well, or just if you're fucking friends with the editor, because that shit makes life so much easier for whoever's going to go and cut, to just go through, pull selects, and like find your banger clips. Yeah. Even organizing them as far as how you're doing it is great too, because I would just do some stuff like slow-mo maybe and like just massive
I mean,
shots or whatever, but like, really knowing like where your media is at is sick. But then
It's-
that sets you up to kill your next show. Like I don't know how many times, like especially our tour is a world tour. We're on tour all the time, and it's like
I can only imagine how crazy this is, bro.
But you just think of new shit every like I don't know how many ways you can shoot the show, and I did it, and then like we'd still find new ways. Like, yo, wouldn't this be cool if we did this with the 360 GoPro and like set it up over here and put it on a stick and you know what I mean?
Just do like crazy, like weird things, and you don't know how it comes out. But at the end, maybe it's cool, maybe it's not. But then you know
exactly.
You know,
yeah. So that's what's cool about that. You have the luxury of being able to like continuously update your shot list, which is cool.
Right.
So how what would you say like this tour compared to obviously the last one didn't really count. You only got like your feet wet on that. But like how's it been so far on the tour, and like how have you dealt with like creating on the road? Because that was always tough.
So it's kind of hard.
And do they have like list of things that they're expecting from you? Like are they asking?
No. It's not. No. It's not like that. So it's usually like Denzel doesn't have like too much on his Instagram, so he sometimes deletes stuff.
Really?
Yeah.
Just because he's
like just because like I don't like this, because his manager posts all this stuff on the Instagram, and sometimes he's like I don't like that.
Right.
He just deletes it. So I'm pretty much free to do whatever I want to do. So I do like I send in like the photos every day, then I do like an edit every other like week or whatever. Then I did like this live kind of video from New York because the show was crazy.
New York was nice.
Yeah, we brought like Joey Badass.
Yeah.
And
I think I saw footage from that.
yeah, it went like kind of viral. I think that's
the clip
like,
did?
Yeah, on Denzel's Instagram.
Was
like 500,000 views or
goddamn.
something.
Was what venue was that at?
Terminal
4?
No, it's not Terminal. It's what is it? I can't even remember.
How have you
I
been?
don't know.
Who's supporting the tour?
So we had like 2 support artists. We had the first half of the tour, we had Kid Trunks, who's from Members Only, like XXX Tentations Camp.
Is that the Asian dude?
Yeah, right. Who
He's
is
got
like
pink hair or something?
Yeah, right. Then on the second half of the tour, we had Silakomi and So Smuller, and they together they called like City Morgue.
Okay.
They're kind of hard.
Yeah.
They're hard.
You like it?
Just like, it's pretty much like a heavy metal show.
Oh fuck.
They rap.
Yeah.
It's like rap. They scream and all that shit.
Damn.
It's even harder than like Denzel.
So would you say that, like, how often do you shoot for those dudes at all? Do you ever go out and shoot them just to have fun?
They have their own photographers, videographers. Sometimes I just happen to be on the stage and they're like, oh, this looks cool, I might just shoot it. But usually I just let the videographer, photographer just do it.
Do you ever get weird about their videographers and photographers shooting your artists?
Oh, no. I'm cool with them. It's always like, I'm like, hey, you can shoot whatever, just, respect me and like don't, take my shot or whatever.
Right.
But other than that, I'm cool with that. I'm not like that kind of guy who kicks out like people or whatever. I just tell them like, you can shoot, but just make sure you're not in my way or whatever. But other than that, you're actually good to go.
Yeah, exactly.
Because like it happened like that. We were in Silver Spring on that tour, and like some random like photographer or videographer, whatever, he got the laminate, and he went up on stage, and I was like,
he had a tour laminate, like
What the fuck? He got it. So afterwards, I asked him like where he got it from. He's like, yo, we got it. So I got it from your support artist. They're obviously like friends or whatever.
Oh, okay.
But he just ran up on stage and started filming and shooting or doing photos, and I was like, yo, this is not gonna happen, bro.
No.
You gotta ask me first.
Right.
So
I mean, because that could fuck up the show too. Yeah. Like if his show, if you know the times where you're supposed to be on stage.
His stage, like Denzel's stage is pretty much empty.
Yeah.
So it's like you only see him, his DJ Posh, and actually me.
Right.
Yeah.
So,
and if you have like another like photographer, everyone's like, why do we need like another one?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, why is he up there?
Yeah,
it just looks like bad.
Yeah, too much.
But other than that, it's just like, I'm cool with that. Like, I'm chill.
I always tried to do it on Q's tour. Q's tour was we could allow photo. We didn't have any media in addition to our tour at all for B&J. But like on Q's tour, it was fun because people would hit you up like in the DMs all the time. Like, yo, I want to shoot, blah, blah, blah.
Same.
And some of the people you could tell, like, yo, they really, really want it. Like, whatever. The message means everything. So it's like when they pitch you on some shit, you're like, all right, cool. And you let them in and shoot. But, like, sometimes I would see people that would be in there, and maybe we have like 8 photographers or something, and they're all shooting it, and then after the third song, they kick them out.
Yeah.
But like there'd be times where I'd see like one person, maybe I brought them in on Instagram or something, they're just like, can't believe that it happened, and then you just like, yo, you're good, shoot the whole show. And that shit changes people's lives. Like, that was like the most fun part.
Yeah. No, if you have like the power to do that, like people are gonna be like so thankful.
Yeah.
And, they support you.
Right.
Those are the people who support you. You put them on that shit.
Yeah. It's fucking cool.
Which is pretty cool. Like, having like people coming up to you like, yo, I follow you since you started working whatever with this guy, or I fuck with your work like afterwards.
Is that weird being from Berlin and hearing that shit in America?
Yeah, bro. It's because like no one does this in Europe or like Berlin. Nobody comes up like to me or like after the show like, yo, I fuck with your stuff, bro.
Really?
Yo,
Locally?
nobody knows me. That's crazy, bro. I go to a show and nobody knows me. Literally nobody. Nobody knows who I am.
Why?
I don't know, because like I'm not doing too much in Berlin, I guess.
Yeah.
I'm not out there like too much, or like I started like when like music photography in Germany, Europe kind of started, and then I immediately hopped on like this US kind of stuff,
Right.
So
that's fair.
I think that's why. But yeah, it was crazy. Like in Tampa, when we had like the show in Tampa, like 5 or 6 photographers, they run up to me like, yo, what's good, bro? I follow you since like you started working with Denzel like 2 years ago. When I first shot for that, like a show of Denzel. Like,
they're probably like, who the fuck is this?
Yeah, it's like, it was like 100 people show in Berlin.
That's
like
tight.
2 years ago. And also like someone was like, yo, I've seen you fuck, you fuck with Ben and Black with No Cream, all that shit. I know you're from the community. It's like, damn, that's
hard.
crazy.
That's fucking crazy.
That's
shit.
crazy, bro. And they're like so like thankful, like, and they listen to what you're saying, because especially like since I'm not from here,
right?
I come like all the way from Europe, and then they like just happy to meet me, like finally like, yo, how you, when I ask questions and all that stuff. I was like, yeah. So next time I got you, just DM me or whatever.
Right, exactly.
I got you. You're cool.
I like that, and I like I just feel like it gives people hope, because every artist, like, we're all just figuring this shit out. We don't know
like
what's going on.
I don't know how to approach like someone like proper or
Right.
whatever. I just do it the way I feel it's right.
But it worked. So now you become like this source of, and that's like what's cool about this having the podcast. Is that I can just sit here and pick your brain, and like just sharing your story is a knowledge for everyone else. I also loved. I don't know if you ever do this, but like I would see. I did it during our last tour too. But I'd see like people in the back or somewhere, like a kid or something, and they're like trying to film the phone. Like I remember there was like this dude who was handicapped. He was in a wheelchair in the back. We were in Arizona. And I like saw him Snapchatting, and I was like, yo, like, give me your phone. And at first he's like, what the fuck are you talking about? I was like, yo, give me your phone. I promise I'll bring it right back. Like, trust me. Like, I'm Q's guy. Like, try to prove it's loud. And they're like, all right. And like, gave me his phone. I like went out to the stage, and then I'm just like on the stage getting like the illest snaps for this dude.
Damn,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And just brought it back. Like, yo, I posted some shit. Like, I put funny captions. Like,
and then he was looking it up. I was like, damn.
He's like, oh,
it's changed his life. He had like the best day of his life.
That dude still,
so
I know that guy still reaches out sometimes. Like, yo, you changed my friend's life or whatever. Like, crazy. Like,
it's crazy, like having the power of like changing people's life.
Yeah.
Or, like, hooked, like get them like hooked on something, like, or push them like, yo, just do it. Like, don't overthink it.
Right.
Think about it. Just like do it.
I feel like you're in such an interesting position, being this person that's like the go-to art, the artist's go-to photographer, videographer. Like, you have so much power, and at those shows, it's like it becomes so like repetitive to us. Like the shows are just repetitive that you forget that to the kid that lives in Boise, Idaho, that music means the world to this person, and like a fucking towel or some shit that
like the smallest, like whatever you can, or like the kid can get, like makes him so happy. It's like he probably frames it.
Exactly.
Like, yo, this is like the craziest day in my life.
Right.
I'm gonna frame it, whatever.
Yeah. It's like, I think people
even
need to
water
do that
bottles,
more.
bro.
Fuck yeah, they go nuts for water bottles.
This is crazy. They go nuts for that shit.
We toss them out after the show.
They
and
like, yo.
I know.
That's crazy. Yeah.
I think that's like something that photographers and video, like touring artists, need to remember or to take note on, because I think that makes you a more valuable player.
Yeah.
Because some people will catch on to that shit, and it's not like don't do it to try to like be known for, like, just be a good person.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
That shit goes a long way.
I know.
So the tour is going on. What's your future plans? Like, what do you kind of like? cooking up after that?
I'm trying to. So
The
we're going
documentary.
the documentary. I don't know how if we're gonna put it out next year or if we just keep on shooting. Whatever. Like we're gonna see. Like I do something for the label right now. They want to send it to a bunch of like platforms, and see if they like some platforms are actually interested in like buying or whatever, helping out like to produce the documentary. But other than that, I just keep shooting.
Right.
Working with Denzel. Trying to move to LA, or at least like so I can stay here. Or I'm trying to get like for me it's like not too easy to move out here. It's not like I'm gonna move out here like next month or whatever,
right.
because I need like a working visa.
Right.
And I need to talk. Like I already talked to the label people and like the management people of Denzel, and they really like the idea of me being with him like 24/7, or at least like work with him like consistently.
Yeah, to be around.
Yeah, I just need like a sponsored visa. That's all I need, which is pretty much just like paperwork.
Right.
And then
it's always complicated.
And then I'm gonna see like I'm a move out here. I mean like I'll be back like in January for a month. Then we go to Australia, and I'm trying to go back to LA for like 2 more months or something. Right. Then maybe go back to Berlin for like 2 months or 3 months. You never know.
What's your 5-year plan? You got one?
I want to get into like film.
Yeah.
Yeah. I directed like my first big music video a couple of weeks ago.
For who?
German artist.
Cool.
We had a decent budget, so I was like able to really write every like second of the song. So I'm actually into writing. I like that a lot, like writing and then directing, being on set and like tell people like, yo, I need that shot like this. You need to do it like this, so we can get I'm trying to do that.
You shot the video in Germany?
Yeah, in Berlin.
What's if people want to watch it, even though it's
it's hard to tell.
Do you have a website?
I have a Tumblr. I had a website, but then I was like, nobody goes on your website actually.
Here's a good example, bro. People could go to your website and find a music video.
Yeah, I got a Tumblr though. It's like it's
on your Tumblr?
Yeah, it's on my Tumblr.
Oh, okay, cool. That's in your Instagram bio, right?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, boom.
So I got the link in the bio.
Yeah.
But yeah, I want to get into film, like, or writing, directing, all that stuff, or.
Well, I mean, it's like.
I mean, I'll see like after the documentary, like, or if we want to put it out, because we got crazy stuff, we got already like crazy stuff. I was with him like for a month. I was like shooting how he was like in martial arts school. He was in the studio. He had like meetings, whatever, all that stuff,
That's crazy.
So it's like really about him.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
So I always ask like the community I'll tell them like, yo, I'm going to interview XYZ. If you want to ask questions, go for it. And so I posted a couple of your photos in here and got some people to talk back. One thing I try,
which is crazy that people like, ask questions.
They have questions for you, dog. It's fucking dope. And I asked it like an hour and a half ago and like got like 6 good little responses. So
that's dope.
This first one's a video, which is dope. So I'm going to play it for you. We can watch it. I'll put it on the screen during the video, but it's the boy Nikos. He's actually just started interning for Black with No Cream, which is cool.
Oh, word.
What's up, Hendrik? I'm Nikos. I'm from Greece, and I wanted to ask you, what sort of advice do you have for international people or students trying to make a living in the U.S. doing photography and videography? And what was your experience like trying to like make it in this industry in the U.S. without always thinking about visas and shit like that? All right, thanks.
It's pretty much like the same. I said, like, find some, like, if like artists like come out to your city or whatever, try to link with them, and like every time they come, offer them like to hang out with them, like host them, kind of, like, hey, I can show you guys around or whatever, and build a relationship. I think that's the easiest way when it comes like to music stuff. I don't know how it is like if you're more like the artistic kind of photographer, then you might work with an agency. Sure. And they handle all that stuff, so you don't have to handle it. So they got a lawyer and all that stuff. But other than that, just like shoot like consistently with like a artist. I don't know, try to build a relationship, you know, and other than you just need a work visa, and it's like the best way to do it is like sponsored by like a company. So reach out to a company, I don't know, offer them something, maybe.
Yeah, it's the same thing. Treat the company like an artist. Right. Do you know what's cool is, or what I guess sticks out to me is like when you're touring and people, okay, this is for anyone that's like a local photographer that's trying to link up, or videographer or creative, whatever, trying to link up with another creative. like if I'm on tour, every day is the same to me.
Yeah.
And my time is like, it's long days. Sometimes it's exhausting.
Yeah.
When you're reaching out, you almost have to reach out in a way where you're telling me what I'll do. Like you have to, in a way. So like an example, if I'm going to the hotel tomorrow and I'm in Berlin and I don't know you, and you hit me up like, hey man, I'm a local photographer, blah, blah, check out my shit. Like we should go do this. Like if you want to meet up, I could take you wherever you want. It's like, okay, that's cool. Like someone offered to drive me around. Uber exists. I might, do I really need to go ride around with this person out and have a conversation? But it's different when you say like, yo, I'm from here and I know these 3 spots that are sick. Like I've had people like send me references of shit that they've shot or whatever, where I'm like, yo, that's fucking dope. We should go there.
Yeah.
You know how to get there? You have a car? Oh shit. All right, cool. Come pick me up.
That's the way to do it.
Yeah.
That's definitely the way to do it. And that, like, because most of them, they just send you like I don't know, like
they don't even
like,
send anything.
it's just like, this is like,
yo,
hey, so
here.
I'm from here. All right, cool.
Yeah.
That's good for you.
Right.
Some other people are from here too.
Right.
Like,
exactly.
and they, like it's not only you.
Yeah. Like,
so
why should I go?
Why should I hang out with you? Like
I don't
offer
have
me
time.
something.
Yeah.
Like I'm new to the city. You know your city. Like I don't know your city.
Not like buy my fucking time, but like
but just like convince me to.
I'm tired. I'm in a hotel. Like, do I really need to leave right now to do like maybe drive around for a little bit?
I mean, especially for you, like being on a big ass tour like that. It's way different. For example, like or for like for me, it's like different because like it's a smaller. It's just like a venue, like a small venue, whatever. So you have more time, you're not too tired. But you guys like run around on big like fucking stadiums. It's different.
But I still feel like even on like Q's tour, like a theater runs or like 5,000 to 7,000 people, it's like those shows are still big and like if you want to be like, there's a lot of things that could take up your time, especially when you're just needing to be around the artist to capture.
Yeah, that's also something you don't always have time to do it because like you always have to keep in mind, if I go out there, I might miss something or they might hit me up like, yo, we need you, where you at? We're going like, I don't know, we maybe have like we're
going to go to the mall.
Yeah, to the mall, or they set up a studio session, you didn't know about it or whatever, or somebody hit them up like, yo, let's do something, whatever they, radio interview or meetings, anything which is like important to them.
So it's like if you think about that and you're trying to like connect and network and collab or whatever, be like, yo, we could go here, we could do this, it'll take us an hour, we'll be back, like we can do it any time of the day. Boom, cool. All right,
that's
dope.
cool. That's like, all right, cool. So I know how to handle my time, like how organize my day.
You make it easier for me. It's like you're the Google of your town or whatever.
Right.
That's dope. All right.
Yeah, I would do it like that.
We got Ryan Paranto. Fuck. Every person in this group, I've botched their name like to a horrible extent. It's like out of control. Yeah, I'm pretty bad at that shit. He said, I hadn't read any of these questions yet, so I assumed you'd be going over how he got the gig, especially surprised since he isn't from the U.S. I'd like to know the specifics of the visa he's using. And then the second question is, how did you get to shoot the Brockhampton show? I hear that they usually want to keep everything in-house, usually Ashland, and won't allow photo passes.
Well, so
we already covered the first part, like the whole visa.
So
would you say what visa you're using?
It's just a tourist
visa, right? Because you're here for okay, cool.
So I'm trying to get the real
right.
like the artist work kind of visa, whatever they got. So like Snipes, which is like from
Shout out to
Snipes. They're a big like sneaker brand, whatever. I don't even know. They're like the
Foot Locker
of like Europe.
Yeah.
Of
Europe, but like cooler than Foot Locker, like very active.
They do like crazy.
They're
events.
like Complex if it sold merch all the time.
Right.
Thing, you know what I mean?
Right. So I worked with them like a bunch of times. I know people working for them and all that stuff. So they flew me out to Paris to shoot NERD, Brockhampton, and I had a photo pass.
That's dope.
So that's how that happened.
Boom.
And Panasonic featured a photo.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they did.
Oh, yeah. I think I just saw you post that. That's sick.
Yeah.
So it's this all goes back to networking because you made Snipes happy and Snipes
flew me in to fucking Paris.
Yeah, to give you
a
portfolio. Yeah. Colton Batcher, whatever you go. What up, Bean and Hendrik? My question is about turnaround time versus content quality when working with artists on tour for individual shows. As creators, we always want to put out high quality content, but we also struggle with keeping content relevant. What is an acceptable turnaround for a show recap in the music industry for a single individual doing all of the shooting and editing? Also, my last name. He said, also, my last name is pronounced Boker.
What?
Colton Boker.
Boker?
Bacher? Bacher?
That's funny.
That's fucking funny.
I don't know, bro. It's just like...
But you already said, you said you like to spread it out. Like,
Yeah.
you do recaps every 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Sounds like that's just kind of like the go-to.
Yeah.
And
Because it's hard to do edit. That's what Dusty, you know, I was listening back to Dusty's podcast.
Dusty Kessler.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he said like the exact thing. Like, it's just hard to edit on tour.
So hard.
It's just, that's why he was like, yo, he did like one edit or something and collected all that stuff and did something like after the tour.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah,
Like, I think he said something like that, which is smart because then you can do like a big ass like 10-minute full recap, because it's just like hard to edit because you always have to shoot, but you also need like to edit, and then you're like on the bus and it's shaky and you can't really like work because they're like people on the bus and they maybe turn up like to whatever, they watch movies, they play games, whatever they do, it's like always like crowded and like loud and you can't be focused.
It's fucking annoying.
You have sometimes you have
Fucking annoying.
sometimes you're lucky you have like a hotel room or whatever, and you maybe got time to be at the hotel for like 4 hours. You know, you can go get a shower and like, yo, I'm out of here for like 4 hours, I need to edit or whatever, but then you got to be back at the venue again.
Yeah.
Or whatever, like they maybe have something to do, so you have to film that again. So it's like hard to, you know, I don't know, split the time to like shooting and editing.
It's a talent.
Yeah.
It's like you have to, I would also, if you ever have the flex power, like some tours, like you're living out of a bus, but they do go to hotels. The artist usually gets a hotel. You know what I mean? Like,
usually it's
they'll probably be like, yeah, we'll sleep here, and everyone will sleep in the bus to save money.
Yeah.
But just make it like a request, like, yo, if you guys want me to be editing on the tour, I need to be able to like have a desk.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
like,
please give me a room where I can be alone.
Well, like what you can do. So what I did is like trying to, you know, not to stay up like too long, so I can get up like really early. And as soon as we get to the venue and they are open, I try to get into the green room and just edit as much as I can, or do as much as I can, as long everybody's like on the bus and nothing is happening or whatever. So that's a good way, I guess. Other than that, it's just like hard.
Yeah, divide and conquer your time for sure. That's good. Sean Sauce says, are there any German artists that you're interested in going back and shooting, or is the goal to stay busy in the U.S.? We know you want to stay in the U.S.
Yeah.
But do you fuck with any German artists?
Well, like I never wanted to work with a German artist. I didn't have like anyone in mind. Or I was like, yo, I need to shoot with him, except like the artist I was shooting this year.
Right.
So I was on tour on a festival run with Casper. He's like a German artist. He's really big.
Yeah.
He was headlining big ass festivals for like 5 months.
Yeah.
So we were like
crazy.
Yeah. So he was like co-headlining Rock am Ring and Rock im Park. So Rock am Ring he was playing, I think, in front of like 50,000 people.
Right. Goddamn.
The production was crazy, bro. He had like 70 people working for him.
So
which is crazy for like a German artist, though.
Yeah, you like that type of shit's cool for you to pop in and.
Yeah, he was pretty much, or he is pretty much the only like German artist. I feel like we're on the same page. You know, we're friends.
Right.
So it's not like we listen to the same music. We, you know, all that stuff. And we cool with each other. It's just like we hang out or whatever on tour. It's just fun, but yeah, he's the only one I would consider working with again.
Sure.
So,
This dude Garen Weeks, he says favorite part of storytelling. And these last 3 questions you can kind of like, if you want to
like
pop them off quick.
Favorite part.
What's your favorite part of telling stories?
To inspire like people, like, you know, when they listen and they like, oh shit, I can do it actually. Like if you can like make them feel they can do it. And you know, tell them like, yo, just, I don't know, just do whatever you want to do.
Right.
Like, and stay weird. You gotta be weird, bro. If you want to, you know, if you want to live from like the music industry or like whatever, like you want to work in the music industry, you gotta be weird. Because artists are weird. I can tell. Artists are weird, bro.
What do you mean?
Like,
Like, what do you mean?
It's not easy. Like, it's not easy. Like, it's not everyone can work with an artist because they are like used to that shit.
Yeah, you gotta.
They're like
it.
they're on the road. They travel all the time. People always come up to them. They, all that stuff. Like, you gotta be. I don't know.
Their minds are warped.
Yeah,
weird.
It's just different.
Yeah,
so
that makes sense. That's
you gotta be like weird, especially like. I know this.
You gotta be weird.
I know this because like I work with Denzel and he's weird as fuck. But so am I. Like we both like I know are kind of the same. So
that's fucking funny, yo.
Which is why all that stuff works out. Which why we are friends.
Right. I guess. The other questions seem to be about your visa again. Mark Prodanovic. Isn't that bad? Like, can you just look at names and know how to pronounce this?
Bro, what?
Try it, bro. This last question right here. What's it? How do you say this dude's name?
Prodanovic.
Okay.
Mark
Fuck you.
He's probably from Poland or whatever.
He said my brother Hendrik. So yeah, you guys must be bros.
Oh, it's Mark. Mark. Yeah, I think he's from Amsterdam. I'm not sure. Amsterdam or Belgium.
I thought you were fucking with me right now. Like,
no.
Oh, yeah, it's my boy. Yeah.
No, I actually know him. Yeah, he's out a photographer. He's cool. He's cool.
He said so far, which artist or show has been the most memorable that you can still remember, and what was the craziest photography job that you've done besides concert and festivals?
Damn.
You shot NERD. That's pretty hard.
Yeah, that was fun. I was like so lucky, so I could stay in the photo pit.
Yeah.
Because I got like this jumping like picture of Pharrell where he was spreading like his legs and all that shit, and everyone was like, "Yo, that shit hard."
That's tight.
And I also got like the angle in the direction to the crowd, so I have him, his back, he's jumping, and then the crowd.
That's sick.
Like, yo, that's hard.
Yeah.
That shit was tight, but other than that, I don't know. Any other like photo job or video job, that's crazy. Touring is always like the craziest. It's always the best. It's fun. It's like the combination of like kind of working and fun. It's not really like working because you actually travel with your friends.
Yeah, you're
just it's
doing
like
something.
It's work. You get paid for it for sure, but still though it's different.
Right.
It's way different to like any other work you have to do.
That makes sense.
I don't know. I feel like it's cool that like brands like Snipes or whatever, they got me like on their map and like fly me out too, like, because it's not hard, to be honest. It's not hard to shoot like a live show,
right?
Really not. So you can get any other photographer to do it, but I think like they just fuck with me. I like them.
That's tight.
So they flew me out. Yeah, they fly me out sometimes to some shows or whatever. Other than that, shooting music videos is also tight, like, or come up with like an idea or a concept and then see like the end product and like, yeah, that's tight. I made that from scratch. Like there was like nothing and now there's like something. Right. So that's pretty tight.
That's dope. What shit, we already talked about. We covered a lot of ground today.
Yeah, I know.
That's a good podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
All right, cool. Well, fuck. If they, if you want people to find you.
If they have any other questions, they should hit me up. Slide in that DM. You already know.
How do they find you on Instagram?
It's The Ocean I Am.
The Ocean I Am.
You already know.
How'd you come up with that?
It's a combination out of like two hardcore songs.
What?
Yeah. It's
who?
Two hardcore songs.
Hardcore songs?
Yeah.
Which band? German bands?
No, one is, fuck. Our Last Night. They got this song. No, wait. Fuck. What is it? No, it's Emma Rosa with like I Am Waves. And the former singer did a new project which was called Graceful, and they had a song The Great I Am. So it's like, wait, like The Wave I Am sounds weird.
Right.
So I was like, I'm gonna do The Ocean. So because it's deep.
I love that stage name shit. Cool. Well, you can find them on Instagram. Anywhere else you want them to find you at? Your Tumblr. What's your Tumblr?
The Ocean I Am .tumblr. Yeah. It's also in the.
If people made it this far, I always let you or the guest come up with a hashtag, and then if they made it this far and listened to this whole podcast, so we know that they are fucking the real ones.
Yeah.
I want them to go to your whatever your most recent Instagram post is, and put this hashtag there. Then we'll know. What do you want the hashtag to be?
Keep on rocking.
Okay. All right, fuck it. So go on there, put hashtag keep on rocking, tag me in the bitch at Ben Real vs. World or Black with No Cream. I don't care.
You already know.
That's fucking tight. Keep on rocking. And that's it. So people can see you on tour and shit and hit them up if you got questions.
We're in Europe. If anybody comes out to the Denzel show, say what up.
Swag.
That's it.
Yo, and then also comment. Tell us if you're watching this on YouTube. I feel like I want them to start talking more in the comments.
Yeah.
So maybe if they ask you questions, do you have a YouTube account? Would you?
I do have a YouTube account. It's also The Ocean I Am, I guess.
Okay, cool.
Something like that. They just type it in.
Well, just go leave comments there too, and I'll make him answer them if I see them come.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna promise every time, but I'll try my best.
Maybe,
I'm trying to get that activity. All right, that's it. How do you want to end it? What do you want to say?
Stay weird, bro. Just y'all stay weird. Do your thing. You already know.
All right. Bye. That's it for episode 38 with Hendrik. Thank you for tuning in and listening. Make sure to follow Hendrik on Instagram so you can start fucking with everything that he's doing. You can find all his social links in the show notes. Visit bwnc.com/podcast for all that shit. And if you watch this on YouTube, drop a review in the comments. If you're listening on iTunes, leave a review on the review page so people know that we are lit. If you're interested in joining Black with No Cream's private group for creators, join at bwnc.com/join. The merch store is currently shut down, but we got some things in the works, so don't worry about that. And then subscribe to Black with No Cream on every platform of your choosing. New episode every single Wednesday and Sunday. We will see you next week, you bitch!